the safe and locked it. Tomorrow would change everything. Before heading back, I stopped at the family graveyard and laid fresh roses on Great Aunt Martha's grave. "Thank you," I whispered. "I'll protect what you built." As I walked back to the manor, its lights glowing warmly in the night, I knew one thing for sure: Ashworth Manor's future wasn't my father's alone to decide. And I was ready to fight for my place in its legacy. The next morning's meeting in the estate's mahogany-paneled library felt like a carefully orchestrated play. My father's lawyer, Mr. Peterson, arranged his papers meticulously, while James paced by the window, occasionally checking his reflection in the glass. "Let's make this quick," James said, checking his watch. "I have plans to meet the developers about modernizing the East Wing." I sat in Great Aunt Martha's favorite armchair, the trust documents stowed safely in my bag. My mother perched on the edge of her seat, anxiously smoothing her skirt. "Now then," Mr. Peterson began, "the transfer documents are straightforward. Mr. Ashworth will retain life rights to the cottage on the grounds, while the main estate transfers to James, effective immediately." "Actually," I interrupted softly, "there's something you should see first." I withdrew the envelope, watching my father's expression shift from annoyance to curiosity. "What's this?" he demanded as I handed the documents to Mr. Peterson. "Great Aunt Martha's trust agreement," I replied, keeping my voice steady. "Created in 1993, and registered with the family's long-standing law firm in London." Mr. Peterson's eyes widened as he read through the papers. This changes everything," he muttered. "What do you mean?" James snapped, striding over to peer at the documents. "The estate was placed in an irrevocable trust 30 years ago," Mr. Peterson explained, his professional demeanor slipping slightly. "According to these terms, any major decisions regarding Ashworth Manor require joint approval from both a male and female heir." The color drained from my father's face. "That's impossible," Martha would have told me. "Would you have listened?" I asked quietly. "You barely paid attention when she tried to discuss estate management with you." James snatched the papers from Mr. Peterson. "This can't be legally binding," he sputtered. "It's ridiculous." "I've seen these documents before," Mr. Peterson admitted. "They're quite real, and quite binding." Martha Ashworth was thorough in her legal preparations. My mother finally found her voice. "But what about tradition? The estate has always passed to the eldest son." "That tradition," I said, "was actually broken several times. Great-grandmother Elizabeth ran the estate during the war. Grandmother Rose managed all financial decisions in the 1960s. Great-Aunt Martha doubled our holdings in the last 30 years. The women of this family have always been more than decorative figureheads." James threw the papers onto the desk. "This is just like you, isn't it? Always having to prove something. You couldn't just be happy with the cottage." "The cottage was never the point, James. This isn't about where I live, it's about preserving what generations of our family built. Something you'd understand, if you'd ever bothered to learn our real history." Father slumped in his chair, looking suddenly older. Martha knew, all this time, she knew this would happen. Now you can watch the second part by pressing share and more.